Skinny hard away Southern T. Back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that thumbs up for your boy. We here to have us a boxing conversation. Boxing conversation. Just something that I've been thinking about. I want to rap with y'all about. You know what I mean? See what y'all think about it. Now I've been watching boxing for a long time. Been an avid fan for a real long time. You know what I mean? I done had hella favorite fighters. You know what I mean? Throughout my life. Hector Camacho, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, Winky Ride, Roy Jones Jr. You know what I mean? A lot of people, 100 years. You know what I mean? Years. You know what I mean? So the sport of boxing is going to always continue, right? No matter who fighting, right? Again, Josh Sanders. Shout out my guy Tay D. Shout out my girl Just Jazz. Shout out my guy Ray Buck. Appreciate you sliding through. If y'all could hit that thumbs up for your boy. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time. This piece, I want to spit this piece real quick, right? So I'm saying that for a reason, right? Boxing has been around for over 100 years. Like the game doesn't really change, right? Even if the rules change a little bit, pretty much the boxing game is the same, right? The fighters change, right? Meaning that my favorite fighter at one point, it was Hector Camacho, right? And then Adrian Broner came along the way. Adrian Broner came along the way up in there somewhere, and then from Adrian Broner, it went to Errol Spence. Errol Spence came along up in there some way. You know what I mean? So the fighting game, it continues to go and it continues to move on, right? I'm a fan of the sport and I'm a fan of boxing. But with that, right, I could understand, that my favorite fighter won't fight forever, which is why I love the sport. But just because, my favorite fighter won't fight forever, that doesn't mean that, when my favorite fighter lose, I'm going to throw him away. I'm going to say, oh, he never was this, he never was that. I noticed the pattern, right? I named all my favorite fighters throughout life for a reason, right? And I want to talk about one of my favorite fighters in particular, and that's Adrian Broner. I remember there was a point in time where Adrian Broner was seen as possibly the best fighter in the world. If not the best fighter in the world, right? One of the best fighters in the world, and most definitely at one point in life, he was considered the most popular fighter. You know what I mean? In boxing, one of the most notable fighters in boxing. You know what I mean? Adrian Broner, right? Everybody loved Adrian Broner, right? But I saw a change. I saw a change along the career of Adrian Broner. Now, Floyd Mayweather kind of spoiled us, right? Floyd Mayweather got us spoiled in the sense, right? Because he never lost and he conquered all. Adrian Broner was the first guy, right? Adrian Broner was really the first guy I seen since Floyd Mayweather, right? That the community grasped, that the community rejoiced behind, that the community stood behind all at once, right? We all stood behind Floyd, and then there was a point in time in life, right, where we all stood behind Adrian Broner. Tay D, shout out my guy Tay D. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Tay D. My guy Josh Sanders, my guy A1 Hoops on. What's good with y'all, good folks? I'm gonna go back and read y'all comments, but I kind of want to lay the groundwork. Kind of want to lay the groundwork first, right, for what I'm about to speak on. To what I'm about to speak on. Tay D, boy, you just said something, Tay D. I'm gonna put what Tay D said in there. Shout out my guy A1 Hoops on. Big fish forever and always. I'm gonna put what Tay D said in that thing for a second because that's along the lines of exactly what I'm talking about, what I'm getting ready to talk about, right? What I'm getting ready to get into. Let me take this blunt back today. Y'all long one. Hit that thumbs up for your boy. Hit that thumbs up for your boy, right? But no, I've had a lot of favorite fighters, but one of my favorite fighters, right, in particular, I want to talk about is Adrian Broner. Now, I noticed something with Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner was one of the first people. Adrian Broner was one of the first people, right, that the community, that the boxing community, right, gave, you know what I mean, that torch to. there was a point in time where Adrian Broner had everybody with him, everybody on his back, everybody was pushing the Adrian Broner train, right? Everybody was with him. Floyd was with him, right? Probably because of that, right? Floyd endorsed him. We endorsed him. It was what it was, right? But I noticed something with Adrian Broner, and it disgusted me. There was a time, right, where everybody liked Adrian Broner. It was cool to be an Adrian Broner fan. It was cool to like Adrian Broner, right? And then Adrian Broner took him a loss to Mike Donner, right? Now, some people, and I'm saying this for a reason, because I'm kind of seeing the same thing with Earl Spence right now, right? Some people, right, after Adrian Broner took his first loss with Mike Donner, not all of the people, right, but a portion of it, maybe not even half of the people, right, but a portion of the people. When Adrian Broner took his first loss, MP, what the fuck was good? When Adrian Broner took his first loss, you know what I mean? A lot of people turned their backs on him. A lot of people say Adrian Broner got exposed. Adrian Broner. That's when you started hearing, like, before Adrian Broner, right, was losing. People say, "Oh man, Adrian Broner crazy. Adrian Broner wild." But when Adrian Broner started losing, that's when you started hearing about, oh well, Adrian Broner, he partied too much. Adrian Broner do this too much. Adrian Broner ain't disciplined, right? But as long as he was winning, everybody loved him, and we really ain't have too much to say about it, right? But when he took his first loss, that's when everybody started to say, well, Adrian Broner this, Adrian Broner that, Adrian Broner this, Adrian Broner that. You know what I mean? And I'm noticing something. And I'm noticing something right now. I feel like right now, the community, the fans, all the people that was with Spence, right? We're starting to get in that space with Earl Spence. Not everybody, not widespread, because right, people don't want to jump off the train too early. Because if you jump off the train too early, then you can't get back on. But I already see people starting to get weird. I already see people starting to lay seeds. You know what I mean? And I feel like that I seen this before. I feel like I seen this before. You know what I mean? With my guy Adrian Broner. Now, there was a time, right, when Adrian Broner had the whole world with him, right? Had everybody with him, had everybody on his back, had everybody in his corner, right? He was doing his damn thing, undefeated. My thing is, I'm starting to notice a pattern, right? As long as our fighters are undefeated and it's cool to be their fans, right? Everybody want to be their fans. Everybody want to like them. Everybody want to be their fans. Everybody want to like them, right? But as soon as they take a loss, we instantly turn our backs on them. We start saying, you know, he won never this, he won never that. Let's start saying he won never this. Hell nah, bro. Let's start saying he won never this, he won never that. You know what I mean? People always want to hit me up when I start doing my show, bro. It's like I could hit up motherfuckers and not be doing the show. As soon as I turn on and do a show, motherfuckers want to hit me back. I hate that shit, bro. I hate when people do that. People be wanting attention. People be wanting attention, but I don't really be wanting nothing. But anyway, I digress. I'm starting to notice a pattern, right? After the first loss, right, everybody didn't completely just throw away Adrian Broner. But after his first loss, a couple people did get off the train, right? That's when the memes hit, right? I'm noticing the pattern. When Adrian Broner lost to Mike Donner, that's when the memes hit, right? You had everybody dropping those memes about Adrian Broner, just like you got everybody dropping memes about Errol Spence right now. You know what I mean? Right? I'm noticing the pattern. I'm noticing people starting to question, well, I mean, he did this, he did that. You know what I mean? He shouldn't be he shouldn't fight again. He ain't disciplined enough. I heard he was high. I heard he was high doing this thing, right? You know what I mean? I remember I did an EP, right? That we got to learn how to not throw fighters away after one loss, right? So right now, what I'm gonna do is, because now I got a voice, right? I didn't have a YouTube when Adrian Broner was fighting, because I was still a young guy, you know, doing my life, living my life, you know, doing what the hell I was doing when Adrian Broner was at his prime, right? But I got a voice now, and I'm gonna speak on it because I see a pattern. I'm starting to notice. We're in the beginning stages of y'all doing Earl Spence just like y'all did Adrian Broner. Now I sat here and I watched the whole community suck Earl Spence dick for 4 straight years, right? And I'm a Bud Crawford fan. And y'all know this. I'm a fan of Bud Crawford. But I thought Earl was going to beat him. I still think Earl can beat him. You know what I mean? But I sat here and I watched the community suck Earl Spence dick for 4 straight years. That man took one loss. And a good 30% of the people already then turned their back on dude. Just like y'all did my first boy, Adrian Broner. Just like y'all did my first boy, Adrian Broner. Pablo, I thought Spence was the better fighter. The people like who been here, like the people who been here like from the jump, like the people who been here from the jump, they know I'm a Bud fan. They also know I just didn't think Bud beat that dude from Dallas. I just didn't think Bud beat that dude from Texas. You know what I mean? Beforehand, I had Bud in the fight, but Bud was acting like he was afraid of Spence, and I was like, oh no, bro, I ain't never seen my nigga act like that. He gonna beat the Spence gonna beat the hell out of Bud. You know what I mean? Because Bud's scared of him. You know what I mean? So I had Earl winning that fight. Well, really, what happened with me was, right, because I told somebody I think Earl Spence might beat Bud Crawford, right? They told me I'm not a Bud fan. They called me gay because I like Earl. I was like, damn, because I think Bud might lose to this dude. I was like, well, fuck it, I'm an Earl Spence fan then. But then I really did become a huge fan of Earl Spence. Like, I really am an Earl Spence fan now, right? It started off as kind of, you know, trolling, like messing with motherfuckers, right? But then I actually, you know, became a fan of his. I was like, I ain't got nothing against Earl. That's the dude that used to be with Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner introduced me to Earl Spence. So I knew who he was. He just wasn't one of my favorite fighters until I came to YouTube. And because I thought that he might beat Terrence Crawford, somebody called me gay or Earl sexual or some shit like that. I'm like, damn. Because I think he lose the fight. Because I think he lose the fight. You know what I mean? I was like, well, fuck it. I'm an Earl Spence fan then. And then I actually became a real Earl Spence fan. You know what I mean? Because dude is the truth. Just like his name state. My thing is, right. My thing is, right. My thing is, right, this is a comeback sport. My thing is, right, this is a comeback sport. The chances of you finishing undefeated are highly unlikely. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. I got 11 people in the building. I got 12 likes right now. I could have more, but y'all do your boy a favor when you roll on in. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. Let YouTube know that we live. Let YouTube know that we talking this good box. I know I don't know it'll come on at this time, but I felt it in my spirit to come have this conversation. And I want to stay on. I want to stay on task, right? Because I'm getting somewhere. You know what I mean? I'm getting somewhere, right? AB, pretty much, AB was in the same spot that Earl Spence is in. AB was in the same spot that Gervonta Tank Davis was in, right? He was the next big thing. He was the one that everybody had their money on. He was the one that everybody was behind. He was the fighter that we was pushing. Adrian Broner lost. Adrian Broner lost to Mike Dunner, right? And then I saw a big portion of his fans flip on him, right? A big portion of Adrian Broner fans flipped on him after he lost to Sean Porter. A big portion of Adrian Broner fans turned their back on him. After he lost to Marcus Mike Dunner that first time. Not all the fans, but a big portion of fans, right? Right. AB come back. And what did Adrian Broner do when he came back? When Adrian Broner, maybe Ashley Theophane or something like that, he fought somebody in between, right? But right after that, he got back in the ring with Sean Porter for the WBC title, right? He fought Sean Porter. So he went from Marcus Mike Dunner, and then he went to Sean Porter, right? We tell our fighters all the time, fight the best fighters, make the best fights. We want to see good fights. We don't want to see guys, you know what I mean, going there and knock out bums or fight scrubs, right? But why would these fighters, and this is where I'm going with it, right? Because look at how y'all did AB, right? Look at how they starting to do Errol Spence, right? If I'm a fighter like Gervonta Tank Davis, right, and Earl Spence just fought, and Bud Crawford just fought Earl Spence, right? But if I'm a fighter like Gervonta Davis and I see how we did Adrian Broner after he lost, we put his memes everywhere, right? I see how we did. I see how they doing Errol Spence now, right? Y'all just loved Errol Spence. Errol Spence was just the darling, right? And now you see his memes floating around everywhere, right? We basically telling these people, man, like, it's probably better if you don't take fights that you might lose, because once you lose, right, pretty much the people go turn on you, right? But as long as you winning, right, it don't need necessarily matter if you fight, the best or not. As long as you keep winning, it's all good. Nobody can say nothing. But the danger of you taking that loss, right? Do I want to end up like Adrian Broner? No. Do I want to? I see how the people did Errol Spence Jr. Do I want to end up like Errol Spence Jr., right? Because it's one loss. Again, people don't want to hop off the train too quick. You know what I mean? But I guarantee you, if Errol Spence go back in there with Bud Crawford, right? If Errol Spence go in there with Bud Crawford again, and Bud Crawford beat him again, if Bud Crawford beat him the same way he just beat him, right? I guarantee you, I can almost guarantee you, it's gonna be an Adrian Broner type wave of people flipping sides and jumping ship on Errol Spence, because I've seen it before, and I'm already starting to see it now. You know what I mean? Adrian Broner is one of my favorite fighters. Adrian Broner still fight. Adrian Broner just beat the hell out of Billy Hutchinson, right? Adrian Broner still fight, right? But people looked at Adrian Broner different. People make fun of Adrian Broner. People lost respect for Adrian Broner for taking losses. But then you look at the people that Adrian Broner lost to, right? All those guys are top tier fighters. You check Adrian Broner's resume, all those guys are top tier fighters. Adrian Broner only got 4 losses. That's Muhammad Ali got more losses than Adrian Broner. Joe Frazier got the same amount of losses as Adrian Broner. Mike Tyson got more losses than Adrian Broner. Sugar Ray Robinson got more losses than Adrian Broner, right? So why is it that when guys start to take L's like Adrian Broner, we instantly and we quick to say, oh, he got exposed, or oh, he ain't what we thought he was, or oh, he's a bad fighter because he didn't go undefeated? Look at all the boxers throughout history, right? How many went undefeated and how many didn't go undefeated? My point exactly. And if you go on undefeated with most cases, right? With most cases, which is why I feel like Floyd Mayweather is the GOAT, because he went undefeated and he fought everybody, right? Of course, you can think of a guy that you might think is the man, right? That Floyd could have fought that he shouldn't have fought. But I guarantee you, that guy probably got lost, and Floyd don't. So apparently, he wasn't as good as Floyd Mayweather. You know what I mean? Because he probably lost the guys that Floyd Mayweather beat. You know what I mean? But it's always a guy you can say, well, he ain't fought him. Well, he should have did that. But if you look at Floyd Mayweather's judge, it's unflappable when you consider the number of champions on that judge, the number of people that he beat. You know what I mean? Floyd is the exception. And we looking for another person to be Floyd, right? We're looking for another person to be Floyd, right? And then when they step up and they challenge themselves, right? When they step up and they challenge themselves to do Floyd-like things and they fail, you throw them away after one loss. You know what I mean? If I'm Gervonta Tank Davis, I'm looking at it like it's almost better for me, to just keep fighting Esau Cruz, for me to just keep fighting Hector Garcias and Ryan Garcias like that, to keep winning, knocking these guys out, because y'all with me as long as I'm winning, right? But if I step up and I fight a Shakur Stevens, I step up and I fight a David Hayne, I step up and I fight a Frank Martin, right? A guy who I might lose to and I lose, y'all gonna turn y'all backs on me. I saw y'all do it to Adrian Broner. Y'all loved him. Everybody was behind him. Errol Spence was the darling of goddamn South America, goddamn the king of goddamn American boxing. And look at how motherfuckers doing him right now. You know what I mean? Look at how motherfuckers doing them right now. You know what I mean? But I'm starting to see a pattern, right? I'm starting to see the same things, right? Done to Errol Spence that was done to Adrian Broner. Now, Errol Spence got one loss, right? He got one loss. And again, people ain't go straight off the ship, right? People ain't go jump straight off the ship, right? Earl Spence got one loss, but I guarantee you, if Earl Spence take another loss, right, you gonna start getting how people really feel about Earl Spence to come out, right? Because bro, like Adrian Broner was the first person that we gave the torch to after Floyd Mayweather, right? I saw everybody with him. Adrian Broner took a loss. I saw a couple people get off the bandwagon. I'm like, okay, all right, cool, bro. It's still Adrian Broner, right? Boom. He fight. He get another loss to Sean Porter. I seen damn near half the people jump off the bandwagon, right? I'm like, dang, y'all really about to. I'm like, dang, y'all really gonna do AB like that, right? Now AB had a couple more fights than he fought Manny Pacquiao. Now, when he fought Manny Pacquiao, I saw everybody jump back on the bandwagon, right? He fought Manny Pacquiao, I saw everybody jump back on the bandwagon, pretending like Adrian Broner. As soon as he lost to Manny Pacquiao, at that point, damn near everybody had turned their back on Adrian Broner. It became more popular to make fun of Adrian Broner, you know what I mean, than to actually give Adrian Broner credit for what he done. Adrian Broner crashed and burned, stepping up in a division and fighting the best fighters that they had to offer. Adrian Broner crashed and burned fighting the best fighters. You know what I mean? Which is what we ask people to do: fight the best fighters. Eventually, if you continue, and that's what I say, if you fight the best fighters back to back to back to back to back, I've been saying this for the longest, you're going to lose. I said it for the longest. I expect Errol Spence to lose. I expect Devin Haney to lose because they always seeking the hardest challenges. They're always seeking the best challenges. Eventually, it's going to catch up to you. Adrian Broner did the same thing. You get what I'm saying? Adrian Broner did the same thing. Adrian Broner seeked the best challenge at every opportunity that he had. He was trying to fight the best person that he could. Errol Spence is trying to fight the best person that he can. Devin Haney is trying to fight the best person that he can. And when they take losses, people want to throw them away, throw them off the bridge. We knocking them for being great. We knocking them for trying to be Muhammad Ali. People forget Muhammad Ali got 6 losses. Mike Tyson got 6 losses. What do we be doing out here? We trying to get guys to retire. We trying to say guys done after 1 loss. We threw Adrian Broner away after 1 loss, 2 losses, 3 losses. We threw Errol Spence away after 1 loss. Errol Spence got exposed after 1 loss. Errol Spence needs to retire after 1 loss. Errol Spence a hype job after 1 loss. Man, we gotta make it make sense. Did y'all not see Tommy Hearns get his ass knocked out by Sugar Ray? Did y'all not see Muhammad Ali get his ass knocked out by Joe Frazier? Did y'all not see George Foreman get his ass knocked out too? Everybody, bro, it happens, bro. It happens to the best of them. Did y'all not see Evander Holyfield get his ass knocked out multiple times? You know what I mean? And no only person, and this is mostly recency bias because Floyd Mayweather's so great. Floyd Mayweather is the most recent one, and he went undefeated. Now we thinking everybody is going to go undefeated. That's not a real thing, especially when you challenging yourself with the best fighters. When you challenging yourself, you know what I mean, against the best fighters, back to back to back to back to back to back. Eventually, it is gonna catch up with you. You know what I mean? And we gotta stop knocking guys for doing it. We gotta stop throwing away guys like Adrian Broner for daring himself to be great, for having one of the best resumes in boxing. We gotta stop knocking guys. Manny Pacquiao got what, 4 or 5 losses? You know what I mean? If you fight the best guys, you go get a couple losses. If you're looking at guys who undefeated, you need to really go check their resume. You know what I mean? If you're looking at guys who finished their careers undefeated, you really need to go check their resume and see who on their resume, because probably 9 times out of 10, they ain't fight the people that you thought, they ain't fight the best people, right? And it's a bunch of guys that you really don't even know. You know what I mean? Like Rocky Marciano is undefeated, right? But they don't talk about Rocky Marciano being undefeated like they talk about Floyd Mayweather being undefeated. You know why? Because Floyd Mayweather was undefeated and he beat the best fighters. Rocky Marciano was undefeated and he beat who nobody knows. You know what I mean? It ain't not many fighters finish boxing undefeated, right? and it's only one fighter who finished boxing undefeated while fighting the best of the best. Terrence Crawford is 40-0. But if you look back at Terrence Crawford's resume, if you're being real about it, he got one name on that joint, and the one name that he got in Errol Spence, the one prime fight that he got in Errol Spence, right? People now trying to say that, you know, he was really garbage. You know what I mean? So if y'all gonna say Errol Spence was garbage, then Bud Crawford ain't got no name on his resume. You know what I mean? He ain't got no name on his resume. You look at the time he fought Sean Porter, he was done. Look at the time he fought Kell Brook, he was done. That man beat Gamboa, and that man beat Errol Spence. He beat Gamboa in his prime. He beat Errol Spence in his prime. Two different times of his life, but those is two prime wins. You know what I mean? Terrence Crawford just solidified who he is today because of Errol Spence. You know what I mean? Sean Porter is going to the Hall of Fame because of his resume and because he beat Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner has been in the ring with Manny Pacquiao, Mikey Garcia, Sean Porter, and this just at 147, right? Like he been in the ring with fighters saying that his time, the best guys at 147, Marcus Maidana, one of the hottest prospects at that time, right? Which led to be true, right? Because he beat Adrian Broner. Now you got the glove situation and whatnot, but I digress. He got in there with Maidana, Sean Porter, it was somebody else. Maidana, Sean Porter, Mikey, Pacquiao. Bro, I just reeled off 5 off the top of my head, right? Sean Porter, Hall of Fame, Manny Pacquiao, Hall of Fame. Marcus Maidana is a legend because he beat Adrian Broner. You know what I mean? He's a legend because he beat Adrian Broner. Paulie, you know what I mean? Paulie Malignaggi, type deal. That's all at 147. That's not even his division. And not only did he fight them people, he fought them people in their prime, right? Not on the back end of their career. Now, Manny Pacquiao, he fought him on the back end, but shit, Manny Pacquiao beat Keith Thurman on the back end too. He beat Adrian Broner and he beat Keith Thurman on the back end. You know what I mean? Did Manny Pacquiao. But I digress. But we throwing away Adrian Broner for fighting some of the best fighters in his division. You know what I mean? And that's after he came up 3 divisions. 140, 135, 140, 47. You know what I mean? 4 division champ. 130, 135, 140, 147 champion Adrian Broner. My bad, Adrian Broner. 130, 135, 140, 147. He came up 4 divisions. You realize that Adrian Broner is undefeated in these in the weight classes that Gervonta Tank Davis fighting. And you see how much we love Tank right now? Right? Adrian Broner is undefeated in those weight classes, just like Tank. Adrian Broner ain't started losing until he got to 147. You get what I'm saying? And we love Gervonta. And we'll shit on Adrian Broner like his resume ain't nothing. You know what I mean? We look at his resume like it's nothing. You know what I mean? And motherfuckers ready to throw EJ away. Just like I saw motherfuckers throw Adrian Broner away. You know what I mean? We got to stop thinking everybody go through this thing undefeated, bro, especially if you fighting the best fighters back to back. Terrence Crawford not fighting the best fighters back to back. He fought Errol Spence. That's one of the best fighters, right? But that's the first pound for pound fighter he fought ever. And that's the first fighter he fought in his prime since Gamboa. You know what I mean? He's not fighting them guys back to back. When you string them guys together like that, it's going to get harder. And that's when you start taking them L's. You know what I mean? I've been saying it from the beginning. I expect Errol Spence to lose. I expect Devin Haney to lose one day. Now, I didn't expect Errol Spence to lose that day, right? But I did expect him to lose one day because he constantly jumping his ass in there with the best fighters in the game. I expect him to lose. I expect Devin Haney to lose because he constantly jumping his ass in there with the best fighters in the game. You know what I mean? Some guys, I can't really say that I expect lose. And this ain't throwing shots at nobody, but like Bud Crawford, he fought Errol Spence. I thought he might have lost. You know what I mean? He said he want to fight Jermell Charlo. You know, if they happen, I don't really think that's going to happen. I don't really think that's going to happen. You know what I mean? But he not fighting guys back to back to back to back. I'm not. If he go from Errol Spence to Jermell Charlo, he might fucking lose. Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? If he string them back to back, he might fucking lose. Because then you'll really be testing yourself. Stringing them back to back like that, you'll really be challenging yourself. That if Bud decide to do that, if he decide to go Kell Brook, Sean Porter, Errol Spence, Jermell Charlo, oh, Bud might catch him a loss up in that thing. You get what I'm saying? But it's if you constantly fighting fighters back to back. Now, Bud Crawford may be at a point where, you know, he's feeling himself. Like he's at utmost confidence. He's ready to challenge the world. So he may start getting in there. He may fight Jermell Charlo. He might go out to Canelo. You know what I mean? Type deal. But when you start to fight, when you start to pile up these great names like an Errol Spence, you know, piled up a Kell Brook, a Danny Garcia, a Mikey Garcia, or your Danish Ugas, or Sean Porter, you know, all the when he piled up them names back to back to back to back to back like that, and he topped it off with Bud Crawford, and Bud Crawford got him. When you stack them names like that, it's going to get harder. What we gotta stop doing as boxing fans is throwing people away. You know what I mean? For actually fighting the top fighters. Y'all do your boy favor. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy when you roll in. I got 16 people in the building. I got 16 likes. I know more than 16 of y'all been through here because there's 16 of y'all in here right now. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. Get your boy right. I wasn't planning on being on this long, but I'm talking my ass off now, so might as well finish talking my ass off. I'm gonna give y'all at least 30 more. You know what I mean? The game started at 5. We'll give y'all at least 30 more minutes. But y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. Get your boy right, man. I'm already seeing people starting to get weird as hell on Errol Spence, bro. I'm already seeing a bunch of weird. I'm already hearing them, people getting weird and shit. Oh, EJ got exposed. EJ wasn't never really that good. When you really think about it, he ain't really might set your dumb ass up. You sound crazy as hell. Mike Garcia going to the Hall of Fame. You sound dumb as hell. Ugas beat Manny Pacquiao. You sound dumb as hell. You sound dumb as hell. You think Ugas was an easy fight. You sound dumb as hell. You think Danny Garcia, 2-division champ, was an easy fight. What do you mean? What happened is Errol Spence. What happened is Errol Spence fought another great fighter, and he lost today. And he lost that day. That's what happened. He lost that day. Again, Muhammad Ali got 6 losses. Mike Tyson got 6 losses. Manny Pacquiao got 7 losses. Goddamn George Foreman got 4 losses. Probably more than that. Joe Frazier got 3 losses. Goddamn Oscar De La Hoya got 5 losses, 6 losses. Sugar Ray Robinson got about fucking 8, 9 losses. Sugar Ray Leonard got what? 2 or 3 losses. Pernell Whitaker got 4 losses. Fuck is y'all talking about? If people retire with a 0, you need to look at them funny. Look at Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury fought Deontay Wilder. He undefeated. But who the fuck else he fight? Nobody. Because if you constantly stacking your fights against the best fighters constantly, eventually you go take a fucking L. If you constantly do it, the only person who got through there for real is Floyd Mayweather. And people say, well, he only got 50 fights. On the grand scheme of things, you can look at it like that because shit, right? Shit. Muhammad Ali got about what? 60-something fights? Pernell got about like what, 60-something? Oscar got about 60-something, right? But Floyd is at 50. For Floyd to have 50 fights, 51 fights, 50 fights, if you're going to count Conor McGregor or not, 50, 51, however you want to do it. For Floyd to have 50 fights, go undefeated, have names like Guerrero, De La Hoya, Mosley, Judah, Castillo, Haddon, Corrales, for Floyd to be undefeated, right, and have 9 fucking Hall of Famers on his resume, he got more than that, right? I just can't think of him. I'm talking about, Marciano resume is Kawasaki actually got a couple names on his resume, but if you look at the times that Kawasaki fought them, right, you can say that them people weren't the best that they were, right? They weren't the best version of them. Floyd, most of the time, was a lot older than these guys. He was beating up, fighting them in their prime, and taking their O's, beating them up, taking their straps. You know what I mean? You got a few people who finished with O's, right? But none of them quite finished with O's like Floyd. Floyd is the exception. If you got people who finish with their O, go down their resume, really look at it, right? And you will probably find out that they ain't fight as many people as you thought that they fought, or maybe when they did fight, you know what I mean, that person went up to, you know, that person went who he used to be at that point. Not everybody, not like you're not going undefeated, right? You're not going undefeated if you come to string together the best fight out, the best fight out, the best fight out, the best fight out, the best fighter. When you start stringing together them fights like that, man, it's gonna get tougher for you. And your favorite fighter, if he got his O still, he ain't doing that. And I can show it to you, and I can prove it to you. Bud Crawford with that Errol Spence win, right? That's a prime Errol Spence he just beat, right? That's a prime Errol Spence he just beat. He beat a prime Gamboa, and those other wins in between don't hold the same impact like that, like those two. You know what I mean? And those two are the heavy hitters on both. Spaced out they are. Look at, and I'm saying that right. Look at Errol Spence's best wins, right? And look at how close they are, right? When you start to string together those wins like that, man, you're going to take an L. I said a while ago, I expect Earl to lose because of the people that he fight, the competition that he fight, how he run head on to the best. I expect Devin to lose because he run head on to the best. I'm an Adrian Broner fan, bro. My favorite fighter ran head on to the best. Win, lose, or draw. That's what he did. I'm accustomed to that. Floyd Mayweather was the exception. I was a young boy watching Floyd, being nervous every time he fight and him coming through, right? And as a man, I watch these and I see these brothers do the same thing, and some of them are going to take L's because you realize, right, what you were seeing as a kid. I was a kid. Y'all might have been grown men, right? But y'all might hate Floyd. Y'all might look at Floyd different way than I look at him. But Floyd the GOAT to me, right? I'm nervous seeing Floyd come up and fight these people he always came through. As a grown man, I'm seeing my guys, I'm being nervous watching them fight them, and they come through a lot. But eventually, Cool Boy, Earl, Caleb Plant, Deontay Wilder, they lose because Floyd is the exception, bro. What that Deontay Wilder fight the best fights back to back to back. Whatever the hardest fight he can get, he fight it back to back. He lost. Caleb Plant got to Caleb Plant fought Canelo and David Benavidez and probably finna fight Jamal Charlo back to back to back to back. And y'all will tell me Caleb Plant trash. Get your dumb ass out of here. That shit go happen. You go out, you go out to a fucking boxing gym and say, all right, I want to fight the 3 best niggas in the boxing gym. And you go there Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday and think you finna make it through that fucking gym Tuesday to get to Wednesday fighting the best people in that gym. You'll get your ass toe up. You'll get your ass toe up. Y'all be sounding crazy as hell, man. Y'all, you probably couldn't beat the worst nigga in the boxing gym. Get for real, dog. Y'all be sounding crazy as hell. You string together fights like that. Tyson Fury best win is Deontay Wilder and Klitschko. Look how far apart those two wins are. He not fighting them folks back to back to back. He undefeated. Bud best win is Gamboa and Errol Spence. Look how far apart those is. He not fighting them folks back to back to back like that. Look at Errol Spence's best win. They within a year apart. Fight. His best win is this dude, that dude, that dude. And all of us back to back. David Haney best wins. Fucking JoJo. Linares. JoJo. Lomachenko. You know what I mean? That's back to back to back to back. Cambosis. That's back to back to back to back. Now you about to fight fucking Regis. I'm praying for David Haney. Because I know when he lose, y'all gonna meme his ass too. You know what I mean? When you fight guys back to back to back to back like that, bro, it's going to happen. Now, if you stretch them out, you might be able to get you some. You might be able to win. You might be able to. You know what I'm saying? But I expect certain fighters to take it, bro. Adrian Broner built me. Floyd Mayweather had me fooled because I'm thinking all my favorite fighters going undefeated because Floyd did it. Floyd did it. Somebody else could do it. Eventually, you know what I mean? Floyd had me fooled. AB taught me what boxing really was, though. Adrian Broner taught me what boxing really was. right? If you actually stepping up to challenge the best fighters, bro, you're going to lose. Muhammad Ali lost. Sugar Ray Robinson lost. Sugar Ray Leonard lost. Pernell Whitaker lost. Floyd Mayweather didn't lose. What I did was I just named the top 5 greatest boxers of all time. Only one of them guys is undefeated, and that's Floyd Mayweather. And you check all those guys' resume, it's over 20 names on everybody's resume, but Floyd is the only one that finished undefeated, right? That dude is the exception. I don't even think Floyd is number 1. I got Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson, then Floyd Mayweather. Y'all got to put some respect on Floyd Mayweather naming on his O, because that O right there is legit. That O is legit. Now, Kawasaki and Rocky, and I don't know about all that. I don't know about the most. I don't think so. He didn't beat Roy Jones in his prime. You know what I mean? He didn't beat Jermaine in his prime. Now, he might have beat Left Hook Lacey in his prime, Kawasaki, which why he a bad motherfucker, right? He beat Left Hook in his prime. You know what I mean? He beat Bernard Hopkins. He had a bunch of primes. So whenever you beat Bernard, it's good for me. Fuck it. Unless you Joe Smith, who literally beat him his last fight. Man, y'all block that dude, bro. I told you these folks be weird, bro. These folks be weird, bro. Why would you tell a grown man some shit like that, bro? Bro, I feel violated. Bitch, I'll spit in your face, fool. Man, y'all, hey, bro. Man, this man just, bro. Bitch, I'll spit in your face. Bruh, I digress, man. I digress. Man, what the fuck was I saying? Fool? Hold on, y'all. I forgot to fuck out. Hold on, let me. It might just be way the fuck out. Man, what the fuck? I think I was talking about the O's, man. I was talking about the O's, the motherfuckers having O's, but I digress. I digress. What's good, man? What's good, bro? Man, what the fuck, bro? Man, what the fuck, bro? Thank you. You want up there? The other? All right. Drew Titan, what's good, Drew? We let you slide. I'm in there having a conversation, man. That shit just threw me out, bro. That's why I'm done bringing my camera. You niggas be weird as hell. Niggas is weird as hell, bro. Drew, did you see that shit, Drew? See, they be trying to get me out because I was cooking. I was spinning. Y'all saw when you spitting that real shit, when you talking that real shit, how they want to come here and throw you off your rocker, bro. I was talking that real shit. They want to come throw my rocker, bro. But man, just look through out here. I'm getting back on it. Put some respect on Adrian Brown name, bro. Put some respect. You put the same respect, bro. You put on them old school fighters, right? Because they drew. That shit was, bro. I don't even want to talk about it. Bro. I'm not even about to repeat what bro put in that thing, bro. That's the Painful Excellence podcast. Yeah, I don't think he do got one on that one. I don't think he got one on them. Hold on, let me get you right, Drew. But I digress, right? I'm back to boxing. But I'm just seeing a pattern right now, right? We in the beginning stages of of throwing Earl Spence away because Earl Spence challenged himself and he came up a little short. And he's not done, right? People saying he he need to fight Jamel, he need to do this, he need to do that, Earl need to retire. Ain't done. Earl Spence activate their rematch call. It ain't time to throw him away, right? And if he go in there and he fight Bud again and he lose, I guarantee you'll have about half the people throw him away at that point. About 30% of the people already did throw him away. right? Because he lost the first time. About 30% of the people feel like, oh, he got exposed. You know what I mean? Oh, he just not that good, type deal. I guarantee you, if he take another loss, you'll see people's real colors, right? Adrian Broner, again, my favorite fighter is Adrian Broner. I ask my favorite fighters to fight the best fighters. I don't want to see my favorite fighter fight scrubs and knock out scrubs all the time. But again, on the flip side of that, if I'm a guy like Gervonta Tank Davis, you know what I mean? I don't need care, Teddy. I don't need care about bro Teddy, because I was cooking, bro. I was in my zone, and he fucked it up. You know what I mean? I was in my zone, and he fucked, and that's what they be trying to do, bro. That's what they be trying to do. I'm trying to get back to where I was at. You know what I mean? There you go, Drew. I ring stuff. Shout out to my guy Drew in that super chat. Shout out to my guy Drew in that super chat. Drew always come through this journey, just mess with your boy. He always come through this journey, just mess with your boy, just mess with your boy. Shout out the OG Drew. It's always a blessing when the OGs mess with you and they don't hate on you know what I mean? Because it's somewhere like somewhere in the world, right? It's a disconnect between older black men and younger black men, right? And Drew never been one of them old hating ass niggas, and I appreciate Drew for it. Shout out my guy Drew Time for always being the same. This is how you know somebody really your friend too, right? Then I'm gonna get back to boxing, right? You could talk to this guy today. You could not talk to him again for 4 months, but when you talk to him again in them 4 months, it's gonna be just like it was the last time you talked to him, right? That's how you know your real friends. You don't gotta talk to your real friends, your real partners every single day. But when you talk to them, it's gonna be the same way that it's always been, like the first time that you hollered. You know what I mean? But I digress, right? Now you made this junk. You mix both of the juices? Yeah, you made this junk. Yeah, hell yeah, you made this junk. You asked me to put a little more in there, a little more happy juice in that thing. But I digress, right? But man, we gotta this generation, we messed up. Like we real fickle boxing fan. We real fickle. We ask guys to step up, fight the best fighters. Spence step up, he fight the best fighters in Bud Crawford, and he lose. And I was saying something about when you stack AB to IT. What's good, AB? Appreciate you sliding through. Shout out my guy AB. What's good, family? Appreciate you sliding through. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy when you roll on in. Hit that thumbs up for your boy when you roll on in. I ain't gonna hold up too much more of y'all time, but I want to make sure I get out what I get out. That dude came here, he threw me way out, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't even repeating what the fuck they said, but nah, that was wrong, bro. That was wrong right there. Nah, that ain't even sit right with me. That ain't even sit right with me. You know what I mean? I want to turn my camera off now. Okay. But I digress. I'm trying to get you back on track. I'm trying to get back on track, bro. Because I was cooking too, bro. He trying to get y'all to leave by the room. He's working too, rat bastard. But I just I see a pattern, dog. Boxing been going on 100 years right and again. Floyd Mayweather had me fooled coming up, bro. I seen Floyd Mayweather do that right. I seen Floyd Mayweather go undefeated. And I'm thinking, okay, Floyd did it. Somebody else can do it too. But now as a grown man, I'm realizing Floyd Mayweather is just the exception, man. Floyd Mayweather was the exception. Floyd Mayweather was the one. You know what I mean? He was the one. Floyd Mayweather did it, and he did it the right way. But because people aren't the greatest fighter to ever live in Floyd Mayweather, don't mean that they still aren't great fighters. You know what I mean? If your favorite fighter is undefeated, show me his resume, and I can show you exactly where the gaps at in his resume. If your favorite fighter is undefeated, it's a whole lot of great fighters. Not a whole lot of undefeated fighters, right? And naturally, think about this. The one fighter who is undefeated, we don't even necessarily put him number one. Some do put Floyd number one, right? But a lot of us still say Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson. It's because of the totality of work. It's because of so many big fights, so many great fights. And Floyd did it too. He went undefeated, right? But comparing him to a guy like Muhammad Ali, who had damn near 80 fights, 70 fights, a guy like Sugar Ray, who had over 100 fights, right? You know, if you have that many fights, you go eventually take a loss. You know what I mean? Floyd did it the best way you could have possibly done it. Right? He was the exception. He came as close as you could get to staying undefeated and doing it the right way. You know what I mean? He did it as close as you could get to staying undefeated and doing it the right way. But to think that it's about to be 6, 7, 8 guys going undefeated, to think it's about to be, you know what I'm saying, to think all our favorite fighters are going to go undefeated, Cool Boy, Earl Spence, Devin Haney, Deontay Wilder, Adrian Broner, Zab Judah. You know what I mean? Just to think that all our fighters going undefeated is unrealistic. We still love all them guys from the old days. All of them got losses. George Foreman is the living legend, losses. Muhammad Ali, legend, losses. Oscar De La Hoya, living legend. Talk your ass off, losses. Sugar Ray Leonard, living legend, losses. Tommy Hearns, living legend, losses. Not one loss, losses, multiple losses. Why is my fickle ass boxing era the only era that's throwing away people after one loss, 2 losses, 3 losses, 4 losses? Muhammad Ali got 6 of them bitches. Why is my era throwing away people after 4 losses? Why is my era throwing away people after 1 loss? It's because we spoiled by Floyd Mayweather. You got guys really out here not even challenging themselves. You got guys out here not challenging themselves because they scared of what y'all gonna say about them having a loss. You got guys not even out here having fights at all because they're afraid about what. You got guys out here not wanting to have fights at all because they're afraid of what y'all gonna say about them losing. Now see, this bad ass dog. This dog right here bad as a mother. This dog right here is bad as a mother. Trying to tell you, hell on wheels, hell on wheels. Now go on with your bad ass. But I digress. You got guys out here not even challenging themselves because they know, man, if I take the loss, these people gonna turn on me. If I take a loss, my bag gonna get cut short. If I take a loss, people gonna be making memes about me, right? It's like we want to have our cake and we want to eat it too. But me, I already said I expect Earl Spence Jr. to lose. That's why I was telling you, I was like, if Earl Spence loses this fight, I'm not gonna be as mad as y'all think I am. Now, I was mad that night for sure. I was mad that night for sure because, you know, I lost some bread. I saw my favorite fighter lose. You know what I mean? So yeah, I was mad that night for sure. But when I woke up that morning, it's boxing, bro. You know what I mean? I wanted Earl to win, but I've been saying it for years, bro. How I'm gonna be mad? I've been saying for years, bro. I expect Earl Spence to lose, bro. He fight too many people. He fight. Look at the run that he on. He constantly fighting the best. I expect somebody to beat him. I expect Devin Haney to lose, but look at the run that he on, bro. He constantly fighting the best. I expect somebody to beat him. I expect somebody to beat him. You know what I mean? If these fighters constantly out here fighting the best, they go take losses. You know what I mean? We gotta stop being so fickle, thinking everybody go beat Floyd Mayweather and finish with that over. It's only one Floyd Mayweather. It's only one Floyd Mayweather. You know what I mean? It's only one Floyd Mayweather. You know what I mean? And these niggas with these olds is not Floyd Mayweather. I'm gonna go. I might do. I ain't gonna do it like that at his house, because that be some hating that shit. But you know what I mean? These niggas with these O's, they got O's for a reason, man. You know what I mean? Check your O, like check the O. Everybody O don't hold the same weight. Floyd Mayweather O at the standard because he got heads on there, heads with an S, not one head. He got heads on there. He got Oscar head. He got, I ain't gonna say Corrales because you know he passed on. He beat Corrales. He got fucking Luis Castillo head. He got motherfucking Ricky Hatton head. He got motherfucking Zab Judah head. You know what I mean? He got Robert Guerrero head. He got Andre Berto head. You know what I mean? Floyd got like he got more than one head. You know what I mean? He got more than one head. And then if you really want to know how good your fighter is, look at his best fights and his best wins. If there's huge gaps in between them, you may have a favorite fighter that's picking his fights. But if you got a fighter who's stringing his fights, together, you know what I mean? Yeah, maybe just let me know what I was talking about. Bernard Hopkins, right? Bernard Hopkins got hella losses. Every fighter that we say is great, bro. Every fighter in the Hall of Fame got hella losses. Come on, man. We got to do better. We some fickle ass boxing fans. My generation, we some fickle ass boxing fans. Here you go. We some fickle ass boxing fans because we only like our fighter if he winning every fight. Y'all niggas ain't undefeated. Fuck you expect your favorite fighter to go undefeated? He fighting the best fighters in the world. Niggas, you undefeated in your hood? Hell no. You want every fight you been in your life? You probably only been in about 3 of them motherfuckers then. So they don't even count. And all them bitches was in middle. All them bitches was in elementary. Elementary don't count. You ain't undefeated, bro. But you can fight, right? You can fight, right? So why you expect this man to go undefeated? And he fighting against the best of 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 the best and shit. We gotta stop doing that, dog. We don't realize Adrian Broner is a 4-division champion. Earl Spence was the best welterweight that this generation had to offer. And if you really look at it, fuck is you talking about? Bud Crawford came up from 140. Bud beat the best welterweight of this generation. That's why he number 1 right now. Because he beat Errol Spence. Nothing more. Fuck is you talking about? Nothing more. Gamboa did not make him number 1. And don't tell me about no pound for pound. Because that shit is a made-up bliss. That shit is a made-up bliss. Bud Crawford did not solidify himself until goddamn the 29th. Until last Saturday. That's what solidified it. Everybody know it. That's why it means so much to Bud fans. That's why Bud fans still talking shit about it right now. You know what I mean? That's the one. That's the win. That's the fight. That's the dude. That nigga from Dallas. EJ said it first. You should thank me for making this fight. And you damn sure should thank him for making this fight. And he did thank him because he stuck his motherfucking hand down and Earl shook it. He said, nah, we should thank each other. And then he stuck his hand out and Earl shook his hand. He thanked him. So I ain't gonna do because Bud did thank him. You should thank him. That man made you. He made you. He made you, bro. He made you. Even still, you got the most popular you ever been. When you started that beef with Earl Spence, you made the most money you ever made fighting Earl Spence. And nigga, you certified now because you beat Earl Spence. You and Earl Spence gonna be tied together forever. Whenever they mention Bud Crawford, whenever they mention Earl Spence, they gonna mention y'all simultaneously, motherfucker. Y'all are one. Y'all are one. And we about to get another one. We was talking all that shit about we could get 2-3 fights out of this. My nigga, we getting 2-3 fights out of this. It ain't over, y'all. This shit ain't over. Now, whether he do it again, you have to go out there and do it again. But it's happening. It's upon us. We here now. Shout out my guy, Knockout Boxing. He said, fuck whoever turned on Earl. He the reason we got the fight front running, bitch. Earl fans him because he a real man who stand on principle and tell the truth. Facts, pun intended. Nigga could have moved up, fought Keith Thurman, but he waited on Bud Fence. Bro, I said that the other day. I said, bro, Earl Spence ran right to this. I've been saying for years, bro, and now you could probably attest to that because you've been around here for a minute. I've been saying for years, I expect my favorite fighters to lose because I don't fuck with no hoe ass niggas. You know what I mean? I expect my favorite fight, bro. I know, bro, some of the most jaggingest niggas in the world that I know, bro. I seen them lose fights because they fight everybody, anybody, no matter who, how many people it is. You know what I'm saying? Niggas who can fight lose fights, bro, because you fight everybody. You don't pick and choose fights. Niggas who can fight don't pick and choose. You take the opportunity to fight. That's what you do. You take the opportunity to fight, no matter who it is. You know what I mean? It happens. Now, your favorite fighter, again, now look, your favorite fighter, if your favorite fighter best wins, free far in between. If your favorite fighter best win is Gamboa and Earl Spence, and then 7-8 years apart, your favorite fighter pick his fights. Not saying he's not a great fighter, right? He probably be a better fighter than my favorite fighter, right? But my favorite fighter got a greater legacy than your favorite fighter. My favorite fighter best wins came back to back to back to back to back, which is why he ended up losing. If my favorite fighter was fighting guys, if my favorite fighter was fighting a threat every 4 or 5 years, he'll probably be undefeated too. My guy Knockout just said it. He could have went up to 154. Nobody would have been able to say a word because it took the fight too long. But he stayed and he waited. Because he stayed and he waited. You know what I mean? We got this fight because of him. Because he stayed and he waited. The big question was good. Shout out my guy Opulent LDTV. The big question was who wanted this fight more, right? Earl Spence wanted this fight more. The second question was who win this fight? And that came out to be Bud Crawford wins this fight. You know what I mean? But we got our answers. We got our fucking answers. We got all the answers we wanted. You know what I mean? And again, we were saying, man, we could get 2 or 3 fights out of this. We could get 2 or 3 fights out of this. We gonna get at least two fights out of this. Second fight on the way. Now I tell you something else. For all the medical doctors and shit. Earl Spence, the one that controlled to activate the rematch clause. He the one that activated. He the one that activated. So it's happened. We've been listening to Earl for the longest. We gonna keep listening to Earl. Earl said, I definitely want to fight him again. We definitely got to run it back. And I'm definitely going to do better. And I hope we can do it by December. And I hope it's at 154. That man ain't go to the fucking hospital after the fight. That man went and sat in that goddamn chair. Y'all better put some respect on Earl Spence's name. Ugas ain't gonna sit in no fucking chair, have no post-fight interview. Danny Garcia, did he have a post-fight interview? He did, I think he did. Ugas ain't gonna have no motherfucking post-fight interview. You know what I mean? Kell Brook ain't gonna have no fucking post-fight interview. Them niggas went to the hospital. Earl Spence got up off the floor, went to the motherfucking post-fight interview, and told y'all I want to fight him again at the end of December. And that's all I need to fucking hear. He said, hey, my timing was off. So if you want to fight in December, his timing was off. That means that's going to take care of that rust factor. You know what I mean? He was rusty. We don't need to wait more time to give him another fight. He want to get right back in the ring. Let's go knock out some of that rust. He knocked out the rust that time. He knocked off the rust that time. Get him back in there. Boom. All you mental doctors. That nigga posted the pictures and said my head held high like a nosebleed with the crying laughing emoji. His nose was actually bleeding in the fight. I caught the fucking joke. He making fun of himself. That man still want to fight. That man is in good mental health. That man is in good mental shape. He told you what he need to do in the next fight, in the post fight. He said, my time was just a little off. I got to feel for the power. I want to fight him at 154, but I feel like I'm going to do a little better. You know what I mean? He said it was just his time. He said he was punching. He said he was punching when I was punching. He saw the fucking problem. The problem was he was punching when Earl was punching. He was catching Earl. Earl saw the problem. For all the mental doctors. For all the mental doctors and shit, man, he good. That man good. That man already figured out what he need to do. You know what I mean? He just think about this. Let's see, Mike Garcia, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Ugas Crawford, all in the middle. 2 car wrecks, a torn retina, nigga soldier. Facts, bro. Facts, bro. I learned how to, bro. I'm telling you, Adrian Broner is my favorite fighter, right? Adrian Broner is my favorite fighter, bro. Adrian Broner was the first fighter that the community gave the torch to after Floyd, bro. Adrian Broner took a loss. About 30% of the people turned their back on Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner took another loss. About half the people turned their back on Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner took their third loss, and niggas was done with Adrian Broner, bro. I already see people getting weird on Earl Spence after their first loss. I already see motherfuckers getting weird. I already see motherfuckers who was talking so high of Earl Spence. Now they talking about Earl like he ain't nothing. Now he ain't because he lost the terms. But how you say Earl Spence got exposed? Earl Spence ain't that good. Earl Spence extra slow. And then say Mike Turnbull Crawford, the best fighter in the world. He pound for pound. Ain't nobody beating Turnbull Crawford fighting like that. Nigga, look at what you just said. So that don't mean Earl Spence is that bad if you think Turnbull Crawford is that good. You know what I mean? That don't mean he that bad if you think he that good, right? So he want to fight him again, and you most definitely got to see him fight somebody else if you think if he get in there with great fighters. You know what I mean? Fucking Lomachenko lost to Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez looked like shit against Kambosos. Kambosos looked like shit since Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez just beat Josh Taylor. Sometimes on that night, you just don't get it. T.O. had it on that Lomachenko night. T.O. didn't have it on that Kambosos night. Kambosos had it on that T.O. night. Kambosos ain't had it since. T.O. got it back on that Josh Taylor night. Some days you just don't have it. Josh Taylor had it on that night with Regis Prograis. Josh Taylor ain't quite have it on that night with T.O. You know what I mean? Look at Josh Taylor run. Look at his run. Let's just be real. Josh Taylor had a hell of a run. He fought guys back to back to back to back to back. You know what I mean? If your favorite fighter fighting people back to back to back to back to back to back, he probably gonna have a fucking loss up in there somewhere. If he fighting the best fighters back to back to back to back to back. Now, if your favorite fighter best win is this guy 4 years ago and this guy this year, or this guy 6 years ago and this guy this year, or this guy 3 years ago and this guy this year, then your favorite fighter probably ain't gonna take a loss because he ain't fighting them guys back to back to back to back to back like that. You gotta pay attention to them O's, them guys with them O's, right? Every O is not held the same. You know what I mean? Every O is not held the same. Shout out my guy Teach. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Teach. My guy RSV, brother T Hunt. Was good. Teach just I see people already getting weird. You know what I mean? On air, man. I see people already getting weird. I seen somebody say Earl got exposed. Like, bro, how the fuck do you get exposed fighting Terence Crawford? How the fuck do you get exposed fighting Terence Crawford, bro? How you get exposed fighting the top 5 pound for pound fighter? How did you get exposed for fighting a guy who literally was ranked one spot above you and they created pound for pound? Right? And they created pound for pound. Boy was 3, Earl was 4. How the hell did he get exposed for fighting another great fighter? Y'all gotta make it make sense. You get exposed when you fight a bum. Right? You get exposed when you fight a bum. He fought the best fighter on the fucking planet. And you got people saying, Earl Spence got exposed. Most people don't know shit about boxing. Most people don't know shit about boxing. You know what I mean? Just being real. Most folks don't know nothing about it. Most folks don't know nothing about it. But hold on. I see brother G5 Gay went live 15 minutes ago. I'm gonna go and get off here because I ain't supposed to be on this long no motherfucker way, you know what I mean? After G5 Gay go off, we gonna do the nightcap. We gonna come with the baseball. We gonna make the best and all that good shit. Y'all head on over there. Get the fuck away from over here. Shout out everybody that came through this thing. TWTs, 14 people in here. I need all 14 of y'all to hit the G5 Gay page right now. Matter of fact, I'm finna drop this thing in the chat. Meet me over there. Don't meet me over there. Beat me over there, right? I'm finna drop this jump. We finna go ahead over. I see he went live 15 minutes ago. We finna slide on over there. Everybody gonna slide on over there. right? But the moral of this EP is, y'all, don't be turning your backs on motherfuckers after one loss. Muhammad Ali got 6 losses. Mike Tyson got 6 losses. Goddamn Sugar Ray Leonard got 3 losses. Goddamn Pernell Whitaker got 4 losses. Goddamn Van Holyfield got 11 losses. George Foreman got 3 losses. Austin La Hoya got 5 losses. Bernard Hopkins got about goddamn 7 losses. Manny Pacquiao got about 7 losses. Bernard Sugar Ray Robinson got about 8 losses. Tommy Hearns got about 4 losses. Everybody I named is in the Hall of Fame. That's some of the best fighters to ever live in this world. Floyd Mayweather is the exception. He 50-0. Rocky Marciano is undefeated. Their O is questionable. Joe Calzaghe is undefeated. Pretty goddamn good, but he's always questionable. Terrence Crawford is undefeated right now. You got 2 great wins. Gamboa in his prime, Earl Spence in his prime. It's only 2. Muhammad Ali had 2 of them things when he was about 22, 23. You know what I mean? But I digress, right? If Bud beat Earl again and he beat Jamel, solidified. You know what I mean? Type deal. Bud is on track right now to be possibly the greatest fighter in the game. I got him right now, number 4 out there. Earl Spence win. He beat Earl Spence again. He go hold tight at number 4. If he beat Jamel, we're going to have a different conversation. Skin Holloway, Sutton T. This ain't the past. This ain't the future. But this the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Look, y'all head over to G5 Gabe. I dropped the link in the chat. Y'all click that link. Meet me over there. All right, okay, my bad. Meet me over there. Oh,